token used for Kyber network is called KNC. Now, the all-time high, currently KNC is trading at $1.31. The all-time high of KNC since the time of listing was around a month ago, which was around $2.4. And now it has dropped about 45% to hit the price low that was around 11 hours ago, right, of 1.17. So today I am here to update you what next, since KNC has just hit yet another low, right? So let's jump right straight into it. So the first thing I'm going to start is get my support and resistance. This is weekly chart, mind you. The all-time resistance is 4.3, and all-time support is around 0.697. Now you see, the thing about data is that each exchange has its own price. Each chart has its own price. This is the reason why the price that what CoinMarketCap is giving us as all-time low and all-time high is definitely not from the exchange of Binance. So they have how they calculate, they have their own calculation, and Binance price is different from Coinbase and others. This is why we're having a different all-time high and all-time low. So make sure you're on the right chart. Now, the next thing I want to do is go and get the other support and resistance that I can see in your face, right? That in your face kind of support and resistance. And I can see them right here. I'm able to point out some, but you can see that just the lines are not good enough. So we need to get the box invited into this analysis. So I'm going to bring my box, right? So you can see that from this whole chart is showing us that KNC has quite be really not in a good move. Like after making this high, it has literally come down to where back from where it started from. So taking note of that, the first thing I want to get is my support of this box that I just drew, right? The most important area is the support. I changed the color to yellow, and the next one is the resistance. Now you can fast forward if you're not patient enough for this fundamental drawing, but for the sake of newbies who really want to learn these fundamentals, I'm going to be taking my time to do this. So you can see here is another support. In fact, I think this one should be extended a little down to this point, and this here. So I can see quite a little bit of drama has been going on KNC. So the struggle shows me that this new box that I just drew now, let's have it on another color. So I can get the support and resistance. If you've been following my analysis, you know my strategy. I developed it myself, and it's called the box strategy, right? So now that we've gotten the support, we can, to make that quite very different, we can use another color to get different, yes, to differentiate it. And now I'm going to get my resistance. And I think for this we need to extend to this point, to this point. Yes, good. So I can change the color of that to red as well. So let's make this red. So now that I've gotten the support and resistance, I want to see if there is a possible trend line, buyer's line, and seller's line that I can see on the chart. Now, for me to draw my buyer's line and seller's line, I need a minimum of 2 touches, right? So you can see that currently I have price, I have 1, 2, 3, and it got instantly destroyed. That trend line, it got instantly destroyed here by this candlestick, and we're taking note of it because the most important thing is this area is my support, and you can see how good this area has been holding down price in the past, right? You can see the reaction of whenever price gets to this zone. So it's no coincidence that when price broke below the trend line, that price is not going too far because of this support area. So as price is currently sitting on that support area, chances of bounce is high. Now, to start this analysis, I'm going to consider both the buyers and the sellers. What are their chances of a bounce and the chances of, if worst case scenario the supply continues to grow, what how extent can they go? Now if you're still sticking by till this point, thank you, and do give me a thumbs up if you find this analysis quite interesting and like my strategy, and subscribe so that you get notification, because I'm always jumping on these coins and analyzing them with simple pure price action. I don't use indicator, zero indicator. So if you like my strategy, give me a thumbs up, because your thumbs up is going to encourage me to even make more analysis, and you never know, the next altcoin might be the one on your portfolio, right? So let me just tell you what I'm saying for the bulls. The bulls, what I'm saying, that there is a high chances of them bouncing up and attacking this point, right? Because here's the thing. Yes, there is a mini resistance area here, but the chances are they could get to this point this time around. They could get to 2.6 from where they are currently are at 1.3. The reason is I am considering the support that they are currently on. So this is the second time they have really gotten to that support. So I'm having this feeling of a double bottom playing out. Now, mind you, this is weekly chart. So let's see what this looks like on the daily chart. So we're going to go into daily chart. Let's see what this chart looks like on the daily chart. So this is what the chart looks like. So now the most important thing that I'm seeing from this chart is chances of a bounce from where price is, and I can also see already there's a mini double bottom. This is an intraday double bottom already forming, and it's going to likely take price back to this 2.2 to 2.6 area, right? So it's going to play out like this. Did you see this kind of playing out? Now that is what is likely going to play out, right? So something like that is going to play out. Now mind you, we're in a sideways market. So if we take price back to the weekly chart where we are going to see likely that this is likely forming uh, a double bottom here, like I said. But what is the chances that the supply grows, right? Now let's consider what the BS are capable of doing. Now, even if the BS are going to push, there is another support lying right here, which means price this time around is going to really struggle to get to below 1.6. Is going to struggle. I don't see price going that far on KNC, right? I don't see price going that far. I do see price at worst case scenario, the sell off continues. They could tap on this. Here's the thing, there are two chances. They could tap on this. Remember, this is support. All the way down is support. They could tap on it and then reverse back up to attack this point, right? Or they could go a little lower depending on the sell pressure that continues, but the chances are high that they move from this point. So the chances of a buy, of a bounce, is very high on KNC, and the recovery of the current dump that they have lost so much on over 48% is likely going to get recovered in 2022. So I do see a possible chance that this point there could be a recovery to the minimum of at least 2 point what 2.2 dollar to 2.6. Now depending on the sell-off that is here, because remember, this is a supply area, this is supply, this is demand area, this is supply area, here is demand area. So this is support, resistance, and knowing how much demand could be in a point or an area, you can never tell until price gets to that point, right? You can never tell how much is entering and leaving the market. This is why it is good to always use your protective stop loss, right? So in this situation, it's good to either put your stop loss depending on your time frame you are trading. If you're a day trader, it would be good to have a stop loss that is at least this point, right? If you are a long-term investor that is hoping to hold above 6 months, I think your best stop loss is around here, depending on what you are trading, because this is the last low after this low on the weekly chart. Now, if you are intraday, I think where price is should even be where your stop loss is, because I think it's on a good support. That's what I see. I see a good support. Anything that breaks this support here is likely going to get to this point. So having that at the back of your mind, if it breaks here, you would just want to buy cheaper. You just want to wait to buy cheaper. That's just what I feel. But I don't see that fall easily. I first of all see a retest of this top, probably go like this, retest again, go like this, then dump again before moving up, right? Because the main target is we could see $4.3, but it's going to be a long run. It's not going to be an easy run, because again, I see this sideways movement. This area is the area preventing price from actually breaking out. And so far, I can see one, two, three touches. So there could be another fourth, and on the fifth or so, the price is likely going to have a breakout. Now, this is what I see on KNC. If you do like my analysis style, I have a team or a community of trader called Makaveli traders that I trade with. I train them, then they trade with me for a lifetime. And if you want to know more about Makaveli traders, please check my website. It's under this video. I remain Bitcoin Gorilla, and happy trading.